There's a saying in the parts world, I'm sure you've heard, but that parts managers are usually inherited when you buy the building. They were already there. They're usually going to be there long after you close.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the case right now. There's a lot of changes, as you know, to our market, to these industries. There's some contraction that's happening. One of the ways that you can limit turnover and measure it and pay attention to it that is critical is having a plan in place to kind of invest in your people. I actually had a service writer years ago that was very, very upset to tell me that she needed to leave. She was super happy at the store. She loved working with us, very emotional when she was putting in her resignation, but she had actually left us for a competitor that had promised her a path to service manager. She was, she was a great closer. She was great at upselling. She was fantastic client facing, obviously ambitious. She was dialed in. She was ready to grow. And that cost us tens of thousands of dollars over. It took, I think, 4 months. It was right at the beginning of spring. So we were going into our busy season. She had a book of work laid out where I basically had to pick up the slack for her and start calling customers, getting them in. We lost work orders because people didn't want to wait. My other service writer got burnt out because they were having to stay late to also try to pick up that slack. And then when you think of all of the money that you lost in that revenue, plus now I have to recruit, now I have to hire someone, now I have to train them, now I have to get them up to speed. They're not going to hit the ground running day one and be, a stellar salesperson.
Right.
So it really cost us, and that was a very expensive lesson to learn, that if we had been able to invest in her ambition, I saw it. I saw her potential, I knew that she had a lot of potential there. If we had focused on that, we could have saved tens of thousands of dollars.